Good morning, good morning. I'm so sorry. There was a bit of a hitch there. I couldn't find the live button in my live thing. It was, I don't know what was going on. I checked Dapper Suave, but I could go live and then it did it. So, yes, I know that the person I'm chatting to was like, where are you? Where are you? Well, I'm here now, and apologies. Obviously, there are these things that go wrong now and again. So hopefully she will be here. So let's have a look. And I can see she's not here yet. So we'll just keep chatting. Hope everyone's enjoying this lovely weather. I'm off to Cardiff for the weekend, so looking forward to that. Meet some friends, and there's a lovely gin festival on the Saturday. And yeah, so all good. So let's have a look. No. Right, okay, so looks like I'm just going to have to chat away till they come on. I just said obviously I couldn't go live, so I don't know if they've gone off and thought I wasn't doing it, but I just said obviously I was waiting to connect, and now I have connection. And yeah, so hopefully everyone's well and good and enjoying this sunshine. Hello Rob, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, we are, hopefully the person should be on here very soon. There's not a lot I can do because I'm connected to this, so I can't call anyone or do anything. So hopefully she'll be on here very soon. I don't know if, Rob, you could maybe just message. There we go. Fantastic. Whoa, cool. Excellent. Right. Cool. Right. Let's go for it. And let's have a look. And let's have a look. All right. Technology is not working for me today. I don't know what's going on. Let's have a look. Right. I'm going to have another large coffee in a minute. Let's have a look. Right. And I'm going to have a large some coffee. Oh, hello.
Hi there.
You all right?
Yeah, all this technology is baffling me.
It was strange. For some reason, I went to go live and it would only let me do a post or a story. Oh, what's going on? And I looked on Dapper Suave and it was there. But anyway, we're here now. Oh, I thought you'd gone out for the day now. I can't be bothered. So anyway, please introduce yourself and your business and tell us what you make and sell.
Thank you. My name's Katie Jarvis and I run a business called Tweedie Bags, and it's predominantly using Harris Tweed to make lovely gifts for men, women, dogs, golfers, you name it. I like a challenge, so yeah, if I can cover it in Harris Tweed, I will.
Fantastic. I'll be careful saying that, because challenge, it'll be accepted. So why did you set up your business and how did you come up with your business name?
Well, I was living in Inverness at the time, which is in the north of Scotland, and it's a wash of Harris Tweed up there. So I just started to create using it. In fact, the first bag that I made was to accessorize a dress that I was wearing to a wedding.
Yeah.
And I just needed to change up the accessories. So that's how I started making bags. And then I made them for friends and family, and it kind of snowballed from there. And then I started incorporating the Harris Tweed into the bag making, and yeah, the rest is history. So that was 2010 that I first started. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Excellent. And the name?
The name, well, Tweed because it's Harris Tweed, but Tweedie was also the name of my first cat when I was a child. So it had a bit of family connection too.
Fantastic. Cool. I love that. Yeah. Tweedie. That's a good name. Good name for a cat. Good name for a cat. I was worried again. Our cat was sat here this morning. As I said, I've changed the sofa. She was sat there, got all set up, and then she went. She was like, oh, I can't be bothered to hear him chat for half an hour.
Well, you never know. My cat might walk through as well. So
yeah, exactly. They haven't yet been on the 10 at 10s because usually the door's shut, but I'm sure they're going to be soon. So whereabouts are you based, and where is your workspace, which I take it you're in at the moment with all those beautiful colours? So, yeah.
I love my rainbow of threads. So we moved from Inverness down to the north of Bristol about 5 years ago. And so I've been looking for other venues to sell my products through in the south of England. Yeah. And the house that we actually bought, it needed to be big enough so that I had a room big enough to accommodate my cutting table, which is quite large. But looking around now, it's absolutely stuffed every nook and cranny is filled with different items of crafting materials.
Fantastic. I just love the thread. I mean, as Dapper Suave, all the coloured thread, that is just, you know, that is heaven behind me.
Yeah, I
And
love
all
it.
in the colour order, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Exactly. And just matching it with the different threads, because we have that when what we're making, and then, you know, finding that thread, and also, and actually I realised as well, Rob was working on something on the sewing machine. He had a bit of a, I don't know, he was swearing, and he was like, right, I need to get rid of this thread, because you working with quality thread as well is just so much easier. And I think we had some old thread, so now it's working with good thread, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, and also the right thread for the material you're working with, the machine, and make sure you've got the right needles to go with the right thread. Yeah, it can be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, just a sewing machine, it's kind of getting your head round how it all works, and the bobbins. It's quite a, you know, I think you sort of watch these programs and it's just whizzing something through, you know, a bit of fabric, but there's a lot more to it than that, isn't there?
Absolutely. My greatest frustration is probably using invisible thread and also metallic threads. They are beyond me.
So have you a favourite item to create, and why have you chosen that?
Well, the first thing I made was probably my asymmetric bag, which is kind of my own style feature.
Yeah, I love it.
So but I very rarely make bags. In fact, I made one this week for a customer, but most of my products now are not bag based, which is a shame, because that bag is in the title of my business.
Yeah.
There you go. But I love making book covers and Bible covers. And when you're making something bespoke for a person, for the dimensions of the book or whatever, their Bible, then you know it's going to be loved and cherished, and, you know, and it's so tactile. So this is an example of
wow, yeah.
And it just feels so lovely in your hand. Yeah. And with age, it kind of softens and it feels, yeah, it's really lovely.
Yeah, I know as well. I mean, I love wintertime, autumn. I love wearing a cap, and they're all Harris Tweed ones, and it's just that the logo inside, it's so recognizable as well.
Absolutely.
Isn't it?
Well, Harris Tweed is protected by a law of government, so it can only be woven on the Isle of Harris,
right?
And the yarn, the wool, has to come from Scotland as well, so it really is a protected item. Yeah.
Fantastic. And it's lovely, isn't it? Because I think yesterday with Dapper Suave, we were just shouting out about, you know, our new fabrics, but also we've got the designers there. So it's the same kind of thing, isn't it? Of like seeing the Harris Tweed and then what it's kind of made into as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I've kind of stuck to just the checked fabrics, just so that I have an identifiable brand within using Harris Tweed. There's lots of other Harris Tweed, like the herringbones and the plains and the barleycorn and all the other fabrics, but I just wanted to stick with just the checked fabrics.
Yeah, definitely. So have you been working, I mean, you say with the bags, anything new that you've been working on at all?
Well, this is a Dapper exclusive in that this week I have been making hats, and it's not quite finished actually, but
oh wow, that's amazing. That's lovely.
So I'm trying to incorporate maybe a bit of velvet into it. And this one has got 3 bands within the cap, whereas this one's 2. And whether I stick to a kind of more rigid shape or to go for a more floppy one, I don't know. But that's the exclusive. It will be dropping on it soon.
And as well with you as well, isn't it? It's with the customers, and you know, do they want the floppy one and all of that as well, isn't it?
And different sizes of heads, because that's always a challenge as well.
Yeah, I find that I have quite a big head, literally, and you know, with hats, you know, I actually bought I've got an old boater hat, and I bought it. I've worn it once, and I think now because of the long hair, it just doesn't. But I love it. It's like, I've always wanted. I've got a top hat and all sorts. So you know, I do like. I think people should wear more. People as well. I think hats are just great things to wear.
Absolutely, yeah.
And they bring out the personalities of people as well, don't they?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, we wear more hats for sun protection now in this country, but in Scotland, you know, you need to keep warm, so you wear a hat if you want to.
I remember being in Scotland, and it's a different kind of cold, isn't it?
It is, and it seems to be the same season throughout the year.
Definitely, definitely. I love the fact that we're bringing a bit of Scotland to our events now, which is great.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
we have an ethos, as we say, about being unique, creative, and friendly. Whatever order you want to put that in. Is there an ethos of saying that you kind of go with your business?
I like to think that I make practical things beautiful using Harris Tweed. I think that's, yeah. I do like to make things that are going to be used and are you know, going to be practical, because it's such a hard wearing fabric. People often ask me, well, is it going to get spoiled by the weather? But I mean, this is a fabric that was made to withstand the elements of the north of Scotland, and it got handed down through the generations. It was an heirloom, so you know, it's a really tough, hard wearing fabric, and yet feels so soft and yeah, durable.
And I suppose with you at events, if somebody tries something on, a hat or a bag, and that's it, they like it, they're sold, or you know, instantly, aren't they, as well? And you know, if that hat, it fits them, or it's the right size, then that's it. And I know I've kind of, oh wow, this fits, I'm having it, you know, which is great. So what would you say are your goals and dreams for this year, or beyond? I say, and beyond.
Well, I think with the cost of living crisis at the moment, it's just really to stay afloat. But it's just to really stay inspired and keep the momentum going, and to find new products to make, and just continue to be energized rather than making the same thing over and over again. And customers want to see something different, so you can't stick with the same item all the time. So yeah, it's just keeping it fresh and exciting. And you know, making these hats, I've found that, you know, velvet works really nicely with the tweed, so maybe I'm going to use more of that in my brand. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, we do at Christmas, and with the bow ties, the velvet ones, and as soon as they sell out, and it's just there we go.
Well, I also have dog collar. This is a dog collar, but it also has a bow tie, which is detachable. So yeah, we do bow ties too.
Excellent. No, our bow ties, and we used to do, because as we were saying, we did dog bandanas, and we stopped doing them, gave them to a charity, and gave them to Forbes and Shooter, who are a dog grooming, and from that we now supply them with the dog bandanas, and we just had another order for 112, and then we'll do another order for Christmas. But it's great because we get to see all these doggies before and after, and then they've got a little dog bandana. But we are going to bring just a couple of the dog bandanas back. It's just because we were at a couple of events, and they had dog shows, and we did sell a dog bandana at all. We thought, okay, but we're just going to bring in a couple again, because you know, as we say at our events, dogs, well-behaved dogs, and children, and well-behaved children are welcome. Which is, you know, so yeah, dogs are allowed, and that's something that with our events that we do have.
And also it's about finding your market, and finding you know, your tribe, and where they're at, and where to sell to them. So it's a really different market down in England compared to in Scotland, because obviously people can recognise what Harris Tweed is and value it in Scotland, whereas it's almost alien unless you're over 70 down in England. So it's trying to educate the English market as to what Harris Tweed is.
Yeah, it's weird you say that, because I've got a flat cap that I love wearing, and it's just something special about knowing it's proper Harris Tweed, and it's, you know, and even when I go to put it on, I can see it, and I feel, because I know a bit about the Harris Tweed, I know about the quality, what you said about. So yeah, we need to educate Dorking, and also it's, you know, I can see where we are in Dorking. It's that our customers kind of like that. They go dog walking. I live just at Ranmore Road, so everyone walks up the road to Ranmore, up to Denby. So you know, they're always walking. So you know, exercising the dog and yourself, that's a good thing, I always say. Who did I say your goals and dreams? Yes. Sorry. And who would you say is your support network?
Well, obviously my husband is very supportive, especially, I mean, the number of people at markets that have husbands driving them to and from events and helping them set up and take down. So we can't value them highly enough, our spouses. But I also have a lot of local crafting friends in Thornbury, where I live, and there's also collective crafters that I sell through shops, you know, collaborative work. So, you know, there's the groups that I'm involved with that we all kind of support each other, mostly emotionally, because sometimes it can be really tough as a small business. But it's nice to know there are other like-minded people around.
Definitely, definitely. And I think more than ever at the moment, we're kind of realizing that as the situation, what's going on financially and everything in the world at the moment. And, you know, people, are they spending? And, you know, with our events, we just want to bring that extra special thing that, you know, that people come along, they get to meet you guys, the small businesses, and, you know, hopefully they're going to put their hands in the pocket, but we all understand what is going on. But actually from it, we want, you know, if as well, to have a great community of you know, businesses there as well, so that, you know, you get to share. And, you know, if you're not making sales on that day, then you're doing all you can to give business cards and them getting to know about you and following you, or, you know, email, you know, if you've got any subscribing, things like that, just to sort of more things we can get, if that makes sense. So you know,
but I think since the pandemic, I think people are more aware of their local shops and trying to support local and also small businesses, but it's just making your customers aware of where you are. Definitely.
You know, and we looked, you know, we were kind of looking at, you know, our kind of selling and things, us at our events, other events. And, you know, it was a different time back in 2020 when we weren't able to go out. So, you know, the businesses that were doing really well, all of a sudden they were getting those orders and they're not getting those orders again. And, you know, I think I said yesterday to somebody that was getting a bit emotional, I said, you know, there are, you know, in life there are ups and downs, and there will be days when you have sales, and there are other days, but just remember the good things, those good customers, and that will egg you on as well, won't it? When, you know, you've been at an event and you've seen a customer that's walked away happy because they found something from you that they're going to keep for, well, with a hat or whatever, the rest of their life, isn't it? It's not going to, you know, you're not going to, you know, there's nothing going to go wrong with it as such, is there?
Yeah, so, it's such an emotional roller coaster doing events, you know, and initially you take it personally if someone kind of makes a negative comment or doesn't appreciate what you're selling, because it's personal to you, especially if you've invested time in making it. And you know, it is personal to you, but it's very hard to accept that initially when you're at markets. But you have to remember that there is a customer out there somewhere for you, and it's just finding the right people.
Definitely. So what events are you doing with Curated by Dapper Suave?
Well, since moving to the south of England, I've been looking for different events, and I'm going to be doing the one in Dorking Halls on the 11th of September. So I'm looking forward to that.
Fantastic. And as well, you know, as soon as I saw what you were doing, it was so great, because I love the fact that, wow, something fashion and something also for men as well. It's nothing, you know, I mean, you're what you sell is for everyone, but it's just nice to have something that is a little bit different. And, you know, I'm kind of already kind of going, keep away from those hats. I've got those hats.
Well, they are very new. But I mean, for men, I also have like the, there goes the funnel, hip flasks, and even little tiny 1 ounce hip flasks as well. So I try to cater for the men in the lives, because they're so difficult to buy for sometimes.
And that 1 ounce, how cool would that be in a Christmas cracker?
Absolutely, yeah. And if you theme it with like a miniature of their favourite nipple, then it's a perfect gift.
Got to be thinking there. Christmas, come on, if people are buying crackers, a cheaper way of doing it, you know, of having something instead of, you know, those tacky Christmas crackers with the plastic bits in or whatever, having something that somebody's going to enjoy as such.
Yeah, absolutely. I love making bespoke Christmas crackers for my family.
Yeah. I think that's I love that little kind of little one of it, isn't it? It's like
great for attaching to your dog lead as well.
Exactly. I mean, I've done it as well. We've got, you know, when it's really, really cold in the winter time, and, you know, we walk in, Rob's, it's really cold, and all of a sudden my hip flask will come out. There we go. That'll warm up a little brandy.
Just a wee nip.
We nip, yeah, exactly. So the last question is, why did you choose to work with us?
Well, it was my exceptionally talented niece called Emily
Yes.
Fry Arts, who she originally found you. I think she's in Dorking
Yes.
quite a bit. And she suggested that I come and work with you guys. And hopefully you'll see Emily Fry Art
Yeah.
as well at the events in the future too.
Definitely.
Yeah, so when I was in Scotland, I was part of something similar to Curated called Exclusively Highland. So I was looking for something similar to that in the south of England. So I think Curated by Dapper and Suave is the perfect match, and just what I was looking for.
Fantastic, brilliant. Yeah, and as well with your niece, it was such a, because she was the one who kind of suggested, but obviously at the moment with regards to the artwork, we have, as you know, enough artwork. But as I say, you know, I think as well, I might need to just change on our website to say, look, we are full for events, but, you know, please still fill it in. You know, I still have, and even as well, you know, I have a whole list of people that come along to our events. It's okay as well to say, oh, I want to do events, but come along, have a look at the event. Is it right for you? Is it the right vibe? Is it the right kind of people that you want to be with? Because then it's, if you're investing in time to come and visit our events, then I'm knowing that you're wanting to be part of our events instead of, as well, those people that are just, you know, Christmas.
Yeah.
You know, I had an inquiry yesterday, and it was, what they were selling was, no, that's not, you know, but it's not about, you know, it's I think understanding what our brand and the quality of product.
Yeah.
So yeah, so Emily, you know, well, I haven't said no to you. And this, you know, as well, there are other events next year,
Absolutely.
which to be honest, probably before we know it, we'll start getting that rolling, you know, not now, but very soon, just because we like to get the availability out there. If we want the best people for the Christmas market, I know it sounds crazy, but you almost have to go at the end of the year, beginning of the year for next year.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, somebody the other day was on about that they're doing like a 2-day event, you know, which in December for 2 days, and I was like, I don't know how you're going to get people for that, because we all get booked up, don't we? So yeah, exactly. Anyway, really looking forward to meeting you in September. This will go onto LinkedIn, onto YouTube, I'll share it in a minute, onto social media and Facebook. I can take a couple of days off. I said I'm off to Cardiff to see some friends, which I'm really looking forward to. And then we're back on Tuesday. I was going to do one on Monday, but with the strikes on the train, I don't know if we'll be coming back on Sunday or Monday. So we will start again on Tuesday, and that will go right up to Sunday. So a lot more people will be chatting to, which I really enjoy getting to. And it's also like yourself, I haven't met you, so it's like, this is half meeting you, isn't it? Which is great.
The next best thing.
Excellent. Okay, well, take care, and we will see you in September. Enjoy your weekend.
Lovely.
Weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.